Namaste, shalom, hello, hi. How are you all doing today, guys? Welcome to my channel, India Unleashes Truth. So, today's topic was about Ramadan, but I changed it, Ramadan or Ramazan, because I was like, it's not really that much relevant that I should talk about it, but I would rather talk about something that I have been thinking about. So, I was like, maybe I should just go in and change the topic. Um, I've been thinking a lot and I thought about sharing it with you guys. So do give me your perspective on this. Do share your thought with me. What do you think? Everyone, anyone who's watching and watches this video anytime, give me your message in the comment section even after this live is done. And that is, who is controlling our mind? Are we in control, or it is the mass media, mainstream? Who is controlling us? Is it the government? Um, is it I mean, who is controlling our narrative? When we sit and think, let me just quickly write something down. When we sometimes sit and talk with one another, right? Or when we go out and shop and all of these things. But let me just focus on one thing. When we speak about a topic with somebody, or when we see the news, when we watch the news, how do we really react on it? Do we just, in majority, just believe the media because it's saying so? Or do we actually sit back and say, you know, this is what the left wing, the right wing, the middle wing, or anything like that is saying? That is probably the truth. Is it? That is the question. From my where I'm sitting, when I'm thinking about all of this, when I think about this, I'm like, it's no different than believing in a religion blindly. Blind belief, right? You believe. You don't know. You believe. And you hopefully think that after that there is something real, right? You don't know for sure, because there's a difference between believing and knowing is something factual, something you can prove. Believing is like, yeah, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not sure because I cannot just prove it right now, but I believe, right? So the same thing is with the politicians. When they say something, well, we don't really know, because they change their words after election like people change their underwear. I mean, I don't know. Certain people do very fast, right? But anyway, but who is controlling the media? Who runs the show? According to me, I'm just sharing my opinion, what I'm thinking, right? Freedom of speech. So I'm thinking, when we hear news on our channels, whether it be social media, whether it's whether it be a big influencer, right? Andrew Tate, he just came from nowhere. We have Candice, right? Nobody knew about these people, and boom, they're out there and they're getting media coverage. Do we know for sure they're the right people? Are they being what we think, that they are on our side, the people side, or are they being put there by somebody else? So we should get influenced by them, because we might not trust the government or somebody else, but we will maybe trust Andrew Tate and Candice because they're one of us. But how come people like me, maybe somebody else, can get a spank, on the social media, a shutdown, a blockage or something, but these people sitting and saying so many things don't get a blockage so fast? They get so much coverage. Yeah, and here and there they get punished, so the people say, oh, they're getting punished, right? Because media is showing you that. And secondly, I would say another thing. I'm not saying everybody's lying. I'm just saying, why don't the public who is watching ever ask critical questions? Why don't we people, the citizens, the public, the viewers, ask critical questions? Like this person is saying, even me, I never said to anyone ever, don't question me. I always said, if I'm saying something, go double check, correct me if I'm wrong, right? I'm an open book. I'm not afraid of anything, showing anything like, okay, this is my count, this is my this. Some people think maybe I'm an Illuminati. I've heard that. I'm a Mozart agent. That was the best one, by the way. I'm not saying Andrew Tate is a something, something. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, there was once I actually trusted Elon Musk. I don't trust Elon Musk at all anymore. Zero. But the media showed him first and foremost, he's a good guy, speaking in a certain way. He was getting media coverage. He still is. But we don't know nothing. But I'm talking about the media's power, how to influence people. And we don't question, because we are programmed to believe what they're saying is the truth. Like many people get programmed to believe something, a group of, certain rules and regulations, because they read a holy book, and voila, you blind believe because the book says it, and because you are brought up in that house, and you are brought up not to ask a question about it. Otherwise, you're the bad guy, you the naughty one if you ask questions, right? Do not question the government. Do not question the religion. Do not question your parents. Do not question and do not question, because otherwise, this brain's going to get opened up and you're going to get answers and truth. Your truth, not anyone else's truth. I personally feel that when we trust the government, when we listen to the government, when we listen to our parents, when we listen to big influencers without even questioning their agenda, their who they are, their background, what do they stand for, what are they giving their voice for, then we are not thinking ourselves. We are getting influenced by what they are saying, by what they want us to even speak and think about. They are basically controlling us. How we should think, how we should speak, how whether we should dislike somebody or love somebody. That is how it is, I believe. I think so. I feel it. Like, if somebody wants to sympathize, let's say, with let me give you a very good idea, a very good example as well. At the moment, there's a big Ukrainian sympathy, big sympathy for Zelensky, right? Oh, Trump did this to him. Oh, it's a catastrophe. They are disliking him, Trump. But who is Zelensky? I would like to ask the people, why are you sympathizing with Zelensky in Ukraine? Why? Why? Why are you sympathizing with the man you don't know diddly squat about in the West? And then this war is destroying your economy. You are in a position, because of this outrageous war that no politician is stopping for 3 years. Your economy is breaking. You have to pay more for your food. You have to fund this war. And then you're saying, yay, to the Ukrainian war. And you are cursing at the Russian president Putin because the media is putting him in a bad box, then he's the boogeyman. And the dancer Zelensky is the goody man. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is such a hypocrisy. I really dislike it. Let me give you another example. People have been programmed, this is my humble opinion, they have been programmed to believe that the North Korean president, Kim Jong, something like that, forgive me for saying the name wrong, I'm so sorry, that he's the boogeyman, he's the bad guy. Kim Jong, oh, he treats his people miserably. He is a nasty, I don't know what. He got his brother unalived and I don't know what. Right? But who made this picture of him? Who has made this Kim Jong look like a nasty, horrible president? Who? The West. Right? And who? Most likely US started it. So every majority, I would dare to say almost, but a lot of people, they see North Korea as, ooh, Kim Jong something is a very bad guy. He is treating his people very badly. But is he? What do we know? There is no media coverage from inside. Nobody has spoken with the people. Nobody has had the chance to speak with Kim. So how is that guy a bad guy? How is my question? Thank you so much, Raghav. Thank you. Thank you for Kim Yong Yun Yong. Thank you. Thank you. So how come this guy is a bad guy? Because the media of the West has shown him to be the boogeyman, right? So let's assume he did unalive his brother, just for the sake. How many people has the West unalived and created war in Muslim countries and division in India, broke Indian, you know, what do you call it? Independency. They broke the country. They took so much of Indian inheritance from there, treated people like crap, but nobody talks about what they did. Since I don't know 2003 or so and before as well, USA has been a part of so many war in the Muslim countries. But I didn't really focus on that before. But nobody really thinks about it. India, Britain went in India, destroyed so much of its economy, I believe, hurt so many people, but nobody remembers that. It's like people are just sleeping. I'm not saying that Muslims are angel, but they are not the criminal here right now. I hope people understand where I'm going with this. But I'm just saying that how media can control people's mind and indoctrinate you to believe certain things about certain people, how fast the narrative just makes you, start a discussion among one another and program you in a way to, call somebody a bad guy because the media is saying bad guy. Russia is a bad guy. Then everybody's saying Putin is a bad guy. Before time, Trump was a good guy. Everybody loved him. Bill Clinton went to his wedding, blah, 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 blah. And then, boom, as soon as Trump went into another part of the political party, he was the boogeyman as well. He's the bad guy. He's nasty. Or maybe he's this, he's that. He's, I don't know what, because they can't control him. I think when the West or when, somebody in US maybe can't control a certain leader, they badmouth him. This is my humble opinion. They really badmouth him in public. So whole world, even the kids say, oh, that guy is a bad guy. But everybody is saying to the Ukrainian, Zelensky, it's so sad for him. I mean, for me, I personally think he's a puppet. I think he is just nothing but a guy who's being used in this war of Ukraine and Russia. And then boom, Zelensky is going to disappear. Nobody's going to see him anymore. This is my humble opinion. In 3 years' time, nobody will remember Zelensky that he ever existed. But the fact he's going to be like maybe with a Nobel Prize, yeah, he did something goody shoody like nothing, and then he's going to get that, and then gone with the wind. He's going to disappear. I'll tell you why. In 2020, we had the coronavirus. What happened at the coronavirus? China was the booty. It was the bad guy, right? The boogeyman. Everybody was scolding China. China is the bad guy. China did this. And what happened? 2-3 years after, everybody has forgotten China. Nobody's talking bad about China. But do you remember on media how much China was badmouth, how much they were backlashed, how much they were hate, how much they were really put on focus that a bat did something and the coronavirus bacteria came too, and and they really badmouthed China. 2-3 years after, nobody remembers this. And then they went after who? Russia, Putin, Zelensky, Ukrainian war. This is how fast they removed the focus, the narrative, that talk from China to a new war, kind of, you can say, focused on Putin, Ukrainian, and then everybody's taking sides and disliking one another, and creating this fear in people. Ooh, there's gonna be a boom boom. There's gonna be a dum dum on both sides fighting. Creating so much, fear. Like, oh, is Putin gonna drop a boom, on people? And yeah, what is this? And you people watching the news, the negative news, constantly negative. Tick, 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 tick. What happens? What happens when there is too much negative news happening, and this is constantly about sickness, diseases? You hear constantly on news a new sickness is coming, or new war is coming, and Putin is about to do this, North Korea is about to do that, which they have done nothing yet. Remember, nothing has happened, but what? Scaring the peep out of you. This is what I consider to be control from media, how they indoctrinate you to believe something, fear something that has not happened yet. The same way I personally feel about the Muslims. Now, keep in mind, I don't personally feel they will ever take control of the world. They will not. But they have created you can say, a vibe, a energy worldwide. When something happens somewhere on the street, they say, oh, probably, a Muslim did it, because of the reputation of them. It has happened a couple of times, so they say, oh, probably it's a black hair guy, right? Maybe a Muslim, probably Muslim. Everybody's watching the news and scrolling up and down. This is so sad, by the way. But this is what media does. If you do something, don't believe me, go on. When the coronavirus came, every news channel said exactly the same thing. It doesn't matter where in US you were opening. Go and hit it up. Go and hit it up. At the same time, you will hear a woman saying the same thing again and again and again. There was one channel saying one sentence, and then on the other channel exactly the same thing. Exactly. So I think people got programmed, literally got programmed to believe, this is horrific. We're gonna die. It's horrific. I mean, my humble opinion is, why are you scaring people? Let's assume it's a sickness, it's a horrific sickness. Why are you scaring people? They have not died yet. Nothing has happened. There's a cure. Why are you scaring them all so much? What is the scare campaign happening right now? There are so many diseases. There are so many other sicknesses. There is a cancer. There is AIDS. Why not use the same amount of energy to find a cure for those people? 100%, not halfway pills or something like that, or for diabetes, for that sake. But for coronavirus, they just came for, like, was there for 9 months, and they found a cure within months. Excuse me, what? Unless they had known this for a long time and they saved. Anyway, that's for another day. But the point is, mainstream media controls people's intellect, I think. And you people speak. This is my humble opinion, that we people seem to, I just came to realize, that's why I'm stopped. I have not watched TV. I don't have a television to watch anymore. I have stopped it. I have my YouTube that I connect to TV. I do not watch the news. I don't listen to their blah 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 rubbish, because I don't know whether the war they're talking about is true or not. We had a war, guys. Listen, we had a war in Iraq, right? Many years back. President Bush's father started it, and his son Bush finished it off. And you know what Tony Blair said? You can find it on YouTube, guys. Anyone can go there and watch it. That Tony Blair said, we made a mistake. We thought they had biochemical or something like that weapon or something, but we made a mistake. There was nothing. I think they had to find an excuse to go in there and say boom boom. And very sad, so many innocent people in Iraq died. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's not the Muslims who went to a non Muslim country and unalived people, it was the West who went there, found an excuse, and said, boom, 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 boom. Not the Muslims. Muslims did not unalive British people in Britain. Can you see how things can be said and done on social media? Can you see how easy words and things from certain politicians can be manipulated? All I'm saying, think critically when you hear anything on social media, whether it's anything against Jews, it goes for Muslims as well. Please listen carefully. Don't blind believe. Any believers out there, I'm talking to Hindu right now, I'm talking to a Christian right now, I'm talking to a Muslim right now, I'm talking to any religious person out there, or an atheist or agnostic. I don't care. I have respect for all of you. But understand one thing, do not divide yourself. First and foremost, you are a human being. Think about how you want to be treated and treat others the same way. Be in your belief if that's what you want. Be in your religion if that's what you want. But do not fight for who is the right, with the right religion. That doesn't matter in the end of the day. What matters is how you treat one another and stand together. Be together. Do not get dominated by what certain, you know, um, social media is teaching you. You have to maybe dislike a Christian or dislike a Muslim or dislike this person. If we as people don't stand together against a certain group of people, we will always be disconnected. And the superior meaning the government, the law, not the law, I will say, the government, these politicians who start these things, they will control the masses more than you can imagine. All I'm saying, this is my humble opinion, don't just blind believe anything or anyone, especially the news guys. Don't get scared like anything just because there is something happening around the world and say, oh, we're gonna die, oh, it's gonna happen. No, relax, take a breather. Don't, I will not use the H word, don't dislike a group of people out of nowhere. And don't be arrogant. Don't think you are the best. I would say the best of the people are who are kind to one another, who respect one another, even when there are differences happening between two people. And yes, I ask critical questions. I ask critical questions when it comes to Christianity, Judaism. I mean, Judaism, if anyone has studied it, it's very, very tough religion. Oh my God. Oh gosh, it is very, 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 woohoo, very, very, oh, I would never be Toba Mafide. I would never be a Jew. No way. I mean, seriously. Mm-mm. I've tried to talk with somebody. I'm just saying that I was curious about it once, but the way a person spoke, I was like, I'm not gonna be a Jewish. So that was a side point, guys. But all I'm saying is, there's a reason I do not follow any religion, any god, any any religion that has a god concept in it. I do not follow, and I mean respect for everyone. No disrespect for anyone. But I do not follow a God who doesn't want me to think for myself, who wants me to blindly follow, not even question what that God is teaching me, but I have to blindly follow and obey the law, even though it goes against any humanity, you can say insaniyat, anything against, what do you say, humane act, to go and leave your parents because, let's say, they have left the religion, you abandon them for a god. Well, excuse me, what? So where is the freedom of religion? If there is freedom of religion in any religion, why should I abandon them if they leave religion, right? Or why is it that I think it is in Judaism that you have to do the circumcision? Excuse me, why? Eh? Did God make a mistake when he created the man? I'm not talking about the woman, the man. In Judaism is my question then. Why would you ask for circumcision? It's not in the Quran, it's in the Jewish book, if I'm not wrong. So that's why I don't believe any religion, because the gods say, follow me blindly, regardless of what the negative side of what I'm teaching is. It ain't gonna happen. Just like media, you know, who are media working for? My humble opinion, guys. Media is working for the government most of the time. There are very rarely you see radio stations or reporters who are private, and when they are private, they are not funded by the government that much, and they speak in a completely different manner. They're not biased, they're unbiased. You can really hear that what they're saying is different. But if you look otherwise, watch the news, they are, I think, what do you call it, left wing, right wing, bird, right wing, left wing, they are all the same bird. Right wing, left wing, but they are the same bird, right? So they have to work together. So same government. As you know, there's a very good like a police or FBI, whoever they are, that the law, they always say, you want to find out who is behind a crime or something, follow the money, right? Follow the money. If one sees, okay, who is paying who, you will see, okay. But all I'm saying, guys, please do not blind believe. Yeah, exactly, Nedish, exactly. Yes. Oh my gosh, I gotta show this one. Thumbs up for this, Nedish. Absolutely, I love this. Absolutely. So please, guys, all I want to say is, don't blind believe. Ask questions. Don't get scared so fast. Don't judge so fast. Take your time. Study the person. Um, you know, I'm just gonna give you an example. No, don't take me wrong. I'm not gonna take certain names, but I'm gonna say like Andrew Tate. Like, yeah, right? Now, he can be a very good, trustworthy person for many people, especially the Muslims. They are like, oh, Jippity, yeah, yeah, woo, he's a Muslim. Okay? Have you ever heard how he talks? Have you guys ever thought about how Andrew Tate talks? How does he dress? He has a cigar in his hand. He has no shirt on. Does Islam teaches that? No. There has been no Muslim man, like on social media, sitting without a shirt with tattoos like that. Let's say he had tattoos before he became a Muslim, but he's sitting without the shirt, he's having a cigarette in his hand, and then he is speaking about women in a certain way. Like, he can go and shabam so many women he wants to, and then other women, they are like this, they have to be virgin, but he is not virgin. He has been, I think he's spoken very openly about, and his brother, how many women he has slept with. But we want real women who are not, who are virgins, something like that. So what I'm saying is, these are the people certain Muslim guys follow or think, whoa, just because he's a Muslim, boom. From all the religions he could choose, he chose Islam. Why do you think he chose Islam as a religion? Why do you think? I think he did it to gain, first and foremost, a lot of followers. That is my one thought. Secondly, easy to influence. Because I have understood something. Muslims can be very fast. They're very emotional people, first and foremost. I have analyzed that. Muslims are very emotional. Somebody speaks a little bit of sweet about Islam, or they convert, or they do certain things, they get all gullible and they believe, boom, that person is being honest. Khalas. They never question, because again, religion, Islam doesn't teach you to question blind belief. When you do like this, You just believe blindly. That is my humble opinion. You know, I dislike Andrew Tate to the core. I don't trust him. I wouldn't trust him for 5 seconds, 5 0 5 seconds either. That's me. I don't trust Elon Musk. He speaks with I don't know how many tongues. He says one thing, he says another thing. And that is what, again, in the beginning, I was like, oh, he's the good guy and this and that because the media was showing him everywhere, right? And he was saying the right words, the right things, but people wanted to hear subconsciously. We wanted to hear that, right? Now I am seeing like, oh my gosh, he's not what he seemed to be. And because people in at that time trusted him so much, even bought the car, Tesla. I mean, I despise Tesla, me personally, but fair enough, people like electric cars and la 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 and all that. People didn't even think twice before they bought electric cars what can be the consequence of buying electric cars. But the reason people also bought electric cars, I think, is because it was everywhere on social media and the news, how fancy it is, how good it is. But nobody thought the other side of electric cars. What is the disadvantage of electric cars? Can they be controlled by inside somewhere in the system to shut down your car if you don't obey as they say? Has it even occurred to you? When there are electric cars, who is controlling your car? You? You think you're controlling your car? I don't think so, dear. Mm-mm. I don't think so. You see, there are so many things happening. I have noticed. I'm sharing with you guys my thoughts, how I feel, all of this. It is really sad how people can be mind controlled. It is amazing that people don't even sit and lay back and say, whoa, whoa, my scholar is saying that, my priest is saying that, my mullah is saying that, and my government is saying that, my government lied to me once. Are they speaking the truth now? I'm just asking. Do you? Do I? You see, I'll tell you another thing. On social media, if you have bashing going on among one another, on social, let's say my platform, if people are sitting and arguing with one another, I will get more viewers like, oh ho, ho, this is good, 2 3 people are fighting, oh juicy, you're gonna call more people to watch my channel, right? You're gonna say, oh, India unleashes truth's platform, there's a fight going on between a Muslim or a Jew or a Christian. That will be fun to watch because that's juice, right? That's sick, really, but that is the truth. On social media, I've noticed if somebody's sitting and bashing somebody, they will get more viewership. That is entertainment. I will call it entertainment. But where there's a news of regular grounding discussion, a reality check, maybe, or maybe other fun stuff happening, very rarely people want to come and listen. Now, not because it bothers me, I'm just saying that I have noticed that very much it's like that. And people also, I have noticed, and it goes for everyone, that on social media, notice in the comment section, there's going to be more negative response than positive. Either people are being jealous, they're being negative. Nobody's being constructive in their comments. They're going to be negative, they're going to be maybe hateful, despise, pretty. All of these things, they're going to be writing in the comment section, majority. Not a healthy discussion. Let's say some woman is standing in her bikini with her husband, Bollywood, Hollywood, I don't know who. Oh, they're gonna be saying, oh, what kind of a woman is she? Instead of saying, I wonder why she did it. And I'm like, if you can't write something constructive, something proper, why are you writing? Because you're watching it. But I'm saying the people's mind has become so negative by through influence of so much negativity in our society, news channel, sickness, all of that, that people don't do but talk negative. They think negative about themselves, they think negative about somebody else, they live negatively. This is what's happening. You see, people are also negative most of the time, I have noticed, and stressful because the media makes sure, my humble opinion, be afraid, be stressed, think negative, you can't do it, you're a bad person, or you are not doing good enough. We have the government, we have the society pressure, we have the this pressure. All I'm saying, guys, my beautiful, beautiful viewers, amazing viewers, respect for everyone, take a breather, feel who you are, relax your mind, and think for yourself. Just for once, just close your eyes and just relax yourself and think for yourself. Don't blind believe any social media. Don't just blind believe any news channel. Don't just dislike somebody because of somebody else, or being in a group pressure, or you think it's a smart thing to do, or because somebody else was saying they're the boogeyman, they're the bad guy, so you go along and say, yeah, they're the bad guy. And the same person has been the good guy in the past. So please be constructive, think positive, even in the most, I would say, guys, even when the situation is so negative, so, I don't want to use the word, but let's say the situation is like somebody's hating you, somebody's treating you like with anything like negative, so much negativity. Try to understand the position. Don't lose your cool. Don't fall into the trap of being this, what other groups of people are doing. Think for yourself, guys. All I'm asking you, think for yourself. Don't fall into, you know, this mass pressure of what the news is saying, and always question people. Always, this is my humble opinion, question everything around you, everything that is being said. There's nothing wrong with that. And please, guys, my humble opinion, don't blind believe. Don't. That's my humble opinion, guys. Don't blind believe. Let me just write it down. Guys, this is this is from me to all of you, my beautiful viewers. Don't blind believe anything or anyone. I have been sharing my thoughts, my opinions, what I've observed with you guys. You share with me what you feel, what I've been speaking about in the comment section, even after the live is done. What do you think about what I have been saying? Like, do you feel the same? Do you think, yeah, India, this is right? I've been feeling the same thing. Something is off track. You know, let me know about this. And if you guys are up for it, I don't know how many people of you gonna be watching this. If you are up for it, I might be able to do some live tomorrow where I will be taking callers, where we can talk about exactly this topic. I don't really want to talk about Islam, to be honest. Islam this, Islam that. I'm over it like that. I pick it up once in a while because I find it to be relevant. Other than that, Islam is not my topic. It's not 100% of my channel. It's everything. It's all kind of topics that I feel is truth for me, right? So Give me in the comment section if you are up for a live tomorrow, then I will put a thumbnail up for it. All right, let me know, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, my video is going to be more regular from May for sure. I'm slowly going to try to upload 2 times a week, regularly, and then it's going to be one each day, and then it's going to run like that. All right, so let me know. Oh, come on, Nidish. So let me know how many of you are up for tomorrow's live. Oh, I will take callers. Again, please let me know in the comment section what you think about this live, or how have you been feeling about this. Are you agreeing with me that there is this who is controlling? Is it the media? Is it something else, or is it the society? What is it really going on? Leave a comment below and I will respond to you. Love you so much, everyone, everyone. And if any Muslim is watching this video, happy Ramadan to you. I hope it's holding good for you and you're not suffering and you're happy, you're healthy. And that's it. Love you guys. Take care.